Hello. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a wonderful discussion, that's short discussion I want to have with you. And what we'll be talking about today is on what I called actual failure. And this is because I see that many believers, even the unbelievers also included, they always shrink back whenever they experience what look like failure. You start a business and eventually the business is not growing or is not succeeding, then we close down the business and we fail. So we have people that have failed in different categories of life and in different areas. We have people that have failed in ministry. We have people that have failed in business. Some have failed in career. And what we call failure is actually they are trying to, make it work out. Eventually, it didn't work out, and that is what we call failure. We have students failing their examinations because after they took that exam, they didn't perform well, and then they got either average or below the mark of success. So we call them failure. Are you with me now? But who are the actual failures? From my own perspective, I call someone actually a failure when the person refuse to continue or refuse to continue with that business or refuse to take another step. I call them failure. Because you fail an exam, maybe you failed a WAEC exam or a JAM exam, does not make you a failure. Because one thing about failure is that failure gives us knowledge of where we miss it or where we are not performing well. So we get to know where actually we are not performing well. That is failure. But the actual failures are people who failed and they refuse to try again. Every great man you know about today has one way or the other fail in life, but they're not actual failures. So actual failures are people who experience failure and they refuse to continue. They refuse to try again. It happens. Yes, many people in our society today, they are refusing to make an attempt again because they have an initial experience of failure. Let me say this to ministers of God. Your first church closed down does not mean that you are a failure. Your first church closed down. You start a ministry and it closed down does not mean you are a failure. No. It is when you stop to try and you have decided not to try again and you say, okay, let me change occupation, let me change career, let me change calling, let me change purpose. That is what will make you a failure in that area. You try to go to higher institution, are you with me now? And while you were in the higher institution, eventually you failed in year one or you failed in year two, and then you were sent out from the school. That does not qualify you as a failure. As long you have that career that you want to pursue, you experience failure, but you never give up. You decide not to give up. You decide to try again in any way, in any form, to try that particular career again. You are not a failure. Every great destiny will always taste of failure. The reason we fail is not because we're not intelligent. It may be because we don't have the sufficient knowledge about that. Not everybody that comes out as best in the secondary school or in colleges that ended up becoming great. The examination that was set in primary school, in secondary school, might not be, that does not define how intelligent you are. That is just based on the knowledge you have about that particular subject. So when you fail most times, it's just for you to see that you don't have sufficient knowledge about the subject. It doesn't give you a life failure. Failure in life is as a result of you not wanting to make an attempt again. And I want to speak to someone here. Your business closed down, go back and start that business again. Your consistency and your decision not to give up that business is what make you a true successful person. If you close down the business and you said you are not going to continue again, then you are the actual failure. Go back and take that exam again. Go back and apply for that job again. Go back and take the interview again. Go back and do that thing again. What you failed the first time, make an attempt and try it again and again and again and again until you become successful. I want to encourage you that I know you feel that you have failed. You have a failed relationship. Why it was close to marriage, you were disappointed. Don't say you will not get married again. If you say you are not going to get married again because someone betrayed you or disappointed you when it was close to wedding, and you say, I'm not going to marry anybody, then you are the actual failure. But if you take the decision to still put an attempt and still give, still allow other men, other women to, go into a relationship, you will discover that the one that left the first time might left because of some areas of your life that were not perfect. Now, that one that left has made you to be able to see where you are not perfect. Today, you are perfect, you are good, you are nice in that area where that first person, took for granted and left you. So don't think that every failure is evil. No, some failure comes to position us rightly so that we can become more successful in life. The actual failures are people who have refused to try, refusing to continue, refusing to make attempts, and refusing to face the challenge or the challenges again. These are the actual failure. But I pray for you, you will not be among those set of people. You will succeed. If you fail, you will go back, reinforce yourself, and face the challenges again until you succeed. And when you succeed, you attack a successful person. And that will be your story. So I remain your friend, Peterson O. Thank you so much and have a wonderful time.